Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to be doing a deck profile of my current Musketeer deck, soon to change because of Blazing Perdition. Those cards are out. Sneak for me is tomorrow. But this is the deck. I just wanted to post it. This is the old Limit Break deck that I've had since Fighters Collection back in October came out. So it's basically the Elvira and Cecilia build. It's fairly standard with some slight changes. Most people probably aren't running the trigger lineup that I'm running, but we'll go ahead and go through it. So for Elvira is still pretty good, but since the Musketeers are getting 2 Legions, I don't know if I'll keep this around. But yeah, Elvira is a pretty good card. You kind of want to finish the game with this. And then the other Limit Break card is Cecilia from way back in Blue Storm Armada, or whatever the one, yeah, Blue Storm Armada, right? The one that had Maelstrom. So set 8 was when she came out, so she's been around for a while. She was the original Musketeer boss. Her and Herman were like the only two. But she's still pretty good. She has a very good effect, like mid-game. This one does too, but it's not as good, like, because you're using Soul. And you kind of want to save her Elvira's effects for later in the game. So usually you want to open up with Cecilia first. Also, Cecilia's a 10k Vanguard, so it's kind of outdated by today's standards. Moving on to grade 2, for Augusto, he is just the 12k Musketeer. And then for Alberto, he debuted in Brilliant Strike. He's a Curse Lancer clone, really important because the deck does counterblast a lot. Elvira can counterblast multiple times in a turn. And Cecilia also has a counterblast for a Limit Break effect. So this is very important, so we run max copies of it. And then 3 Calvant. Some people run 4 Calvant and 3 Alberto. What I've found is that with Elvira and Cecilia, you'll be able to cycle enough Musketeers in and out of the drop zone. So he is kind of like an extra one to keep the combo going. But really, you're going to use up so much counterblast. I kind of found Alberto is more like there was a lot of situations where I wanted Alberto just to draw out either more shield from the opponent or to just enable me to be able to unflip to get more counterblast for my Vanguard. So 3 of this. His personal preference, grade 1. For Musketeer Antonio, 4 of him, mainly because he is the Musketeer Sentinel, and also because he can be put back into the deck. Whereas the Maiden of Trailing Rose, not Maiden of Trailing Rose, whatever the Maiden one was, you can't do that. And then for Ruth, this is a 10k Musketeer attacker. Also, notice how these guys are like double R. That's because back in the day, they thought the 12k and 10k were really good, so they made them all double R. So back then there wasn't a whole lot of cards like this. Now this is like a trial deck type of card. For Rebecca, same effect as Calvant, only it's grade 1. So just max the copies of it. And then 2 Corolla Dragon, just because there's nothing really better I can think of besides that 7k unit that Genjo or Gojo clone, where you can like rest to discard a card to draw. So Neonectar does have that, but I found Corolla Dragon's just really good. Turn 1 ride, 8k you can block. For triggers, 4 draw, 4 critical, Musketeer critical, 4 stand. This is a Musketeer stand. It does have a pretty good effect to help you cycle, so he's good. And 4 Musketeer heal. So I'm running rainbow triggers currently. It's not going to change. Like, the only difference is they are going to get their Musketeer draw trigger at long last, so they'll be able to run a pure Musketeer trigger lineup for Legion. That helps. But what I've found is because Musketeers span the field so much, stand triggers are viable in here. And he does have a pretty good effect too to help you keep the combo going. And the starter is the basic Neonectar grade 3 Searcher, which just so happens to be the Musketeer starter. So this guy will probably change as well. But anyway, guys, that was my current Musketeer deck, soon to be changed dramatically from the Legion era. So let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you think about how Musketeers will stack up to the competition in the coming months. And as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.